Albemarle, North Carolina. Drew and crew have made it. Pick up some material, head to the job. The travelers. Check out our traveler playlist. Loading up. Loading up. Getting some of that high dollar OSB at Lowe's. All right, everybody. The travelers made it to Albemarle.
There's a hatchback right there.
Hatchback. I got some.
Turn left on Poplar Lane Road.
Poplar Lane, that's where we're going. See you when we get there. All right. We have made it. The travelers. Albemarle, North Carolina. We are loaded. Need to pull up? Go ahead. Keys are in it. Yes, sir. It don't look 80 feet. Hi. Albemarle, North Carolina. 3 hours and 15 minutes from the home base. All right, everybody. Drew, the traveler, with his traveling crew, made it to Nice, North Carolina. And before I start this video, I want you to get up here with me and take a look at what I'm seeing. And that'll give you a good reason why your mobile home would leak if yours looked like this and would be in this condition. So let's go up on the roof and take a look and see what's going on here. All right, so we made it. Albemarle, North Carolina. And I want to show everybody on this video, and this is all this video will be about, is why mobile homes leak. I have another video in my playlist, same reason. But you see that right there? That boot has a flange around it. Caulking on the outside of that flange. The caulking breaks loose. You end up with this right here. Water's going under that every time it rains. Every time it rains. And then what do you got? A leak. That's a leak. See, water's getting in there. There's no way you're stopping that water from getting in there. There's no way. Look at that. Okay? So that is going to be one reason why the roof would leak. Another reason, and this is a big one. If you've had somebody walking up on your roof, boy, this thing is hot. If you've had somebody walking up on your roof and they step here, which is not the place to step. A lot of people think that's the place. That's not. You want to find the rafters. What happens is, and if you can see that splitting when I push on it, that's because the joint, the seam is split. That means where they clamped that together, the clamp has deteriorated, rusted, rotted, and it has let loose. So the two of these panels aren't actually connected like they're supposed to be anymore. You want to be real careful where you're walking up on these things. Another reason why these things leak real bad is because when they put the drip edge on it, they seal it. But over the years, that sealer, which is that little stuff I'm peeling off, that sealer will just peel off and you got a big gap right there. That's a leak. That's usually the door leaks that you find on a mobile home. And then when they roll these things over, that seam right there takes a real stress. And as you can see where they cool seal it, right at that spot, just about everywhere, the amount of stress that it takes on that seam, it ends up doing this. But let me show you something on this other side with it. Like I said, this is what we do first every time. Top, bottom, find the centers. This one here would really scare me if this was my house. The seam is completely broken. I could probably lift that right up. But in case it rains, watch this where you can see the thing move when I push on it. See how it separates? Yeah, that's a leak. And that is actually going on in quite a bit of the areas on this house. So if you can see them gaps like that on your seams, you're probably leaking. And And more it gets wet, more it rots, more it rots. The weaker your roof is, obviously. You can see when you cool seal the seams, how they flex it so much that the cool seal releases itself. So that's always going to be a problem on a mobile home. When it's hot and cold, shrinking and swelling, that's what you end up with.